Hello, my name is Kim and I'm Kimix Canada. Today I'm going to make some butter, some fresh butter, and the nice thing about this is I only need one ingredient that I purchased at the store, and the other one is water. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make butter. It's something that I've never considered doing myself, but since I've had a Thermomix, it's quite easy and it's delicious. So why not give it a try? So I've just pulled up the butter recipe on the Cook I Do. So Cook I Do is the platform that runs on the TM6. It's what makes everything so easy, and we call it guided cooking. So it's going to tell me step by step everything to do. So let's get started. Hit start cooking. So the first thing what we want to do is we want to insert the butterfly whisk. So with the Thermomix, we have the blades that are in the Thermomix, but we also have a butterfly whisk. This is what's going to help us separate the butter. So what I want to do is there's a little knob here. I'm just going to place the butterfly whisk on top of the knob. And we always put it to the left of the highest blade, because there's one blade that kind of bends up and then there's one blade that kind of bends underneath. So there we go, just snaps into place, really easy. Put that on, hit next. So this says here 600 grams of pure cream. I do use organic. Organic does work really well. This is just some Nielsen just from the grocery store. I'm not sure if I have 600 grams. The Thermomix is going to measure it out for me, and I will just adjust my recipe according to the volume that I have. I think I have about 500 grams. $475. So that's fine. We can make do with that. So put the cream in, hit next, and that's all we have to do at the moment. Put the lid on, hit next, and it says 1 minute speed 4. Just from history, I know that it takes about 5 minutes to split. So I'm actually going to change the time to 5 minutes, but I will also be listening to the change in the consistency, because what it'll do is we're going to whip up this whipping cream and it's going to turn into a whipped cream, but then we're going to keep on going because we want it to split. So that's what we're going to be doing, is waiting for it to split. So what I'm doing is just letting the Thermomix do its magic. It is whipping, as I was saying. It's going to turn to a whipping cream first, and then it's going to split. And you will see that the sound will change, and you'll be able to hear the difference. The recipe is in the basic cookbook, which you also get on the machine, but it also gives variations. You see here, it will give us some variations. So what I will do is we can do a variation of herb butter, salted butter, spreadable butter, light butter, and a flavored butter. So if you wanted to do like a sweet butter or a spicy butter, there is kind of, so you make the butter first and then you kind of add in the extra ingredients. What I'm going to do for you is show you how to make the spreadable butter, which is adding 50 grams of oil after we kind of make the butter and we kind of whip it up to taste. So I'll show you kind of both of the textures. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's starting to change the sound. So I can tell that I can take off the lid and I can check on it. Oh, sorry, the measuring cup. So right now it's making kind of like a whipping cream. right now it's looking like that thick whipping cream, and this is where we probably stop if that's all we wanted was whipping cream. But we're gonna keep on going because I want it to split. As I was saying, I'd never really considered making my own butter, but when you got the Thermomix, why not, right? It really does help you make things that you would probably never even consider trying before. So it's been going for about 2.5 minutes. We're about halfway. You can definitely start hearing a difference. Now it's starting to get a bit louder. I think it's actually splitting at the moment. There. Can you see? Now it's starting to kind of bounce around a bit. And you can hear a difference. What I might do, I might just stop it for a sec, just to double check to make sure that it's doing what I think it's doing. So in order to stop it, I just kind of turn the dial back to 0 and it stops and it keeps my time going. So what we're going to do is yeah, it's definitely split. So you can see there is the butter and the buttermilk. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to hit next. So it's telling me to remove the butterfly whisk. So I'm removing it. So there we go. There's the butterfly whisk removed. But I'm going to keep the butterfly whisk handy. So I've done that. Now, using the simmering basket, I'm going to drain out the buttermilk. So I've actually got some clear glasses here, so you can kind of see kind of the difference between the buttermilk, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next, which is we're going to wash the butter just to kind of get all the last remnants of that buttermilk out. So buttermilk is great. You can use this in other baking. I often use my buttermilk for banana bread. You can also use it for buttermilk pancakes, baking, some bread rolls. You can put buttermilk in. So here you go. So that's the buttermilk. Set this off to the side. Actually, maybe what I'll do is so you can see. And just so you can see the technique, I just put the basket on top, and then that basket, that's my strainer in order to keep the solids into the dish. And there is my solids. So now it wants me to put in 500 grams of chilled water. So I'm probably going to put in, because I only had 475 grams, I'm probably going to put 375 of water. And I can do that. The Cook I Do lets you kind of put in whatever weight you want. And the important thing is chilled water. So this water was in, I just got it out of the fridge. So what did I say, 375? So I'm just going to pour this in. So this is called washing the butter. And as I said, the reason why we do this is because we want all of that buttermilk to be off of the kind of butter solid, because that's what will make your butter kind of smell like sour milk. Okay, so hit next. Added the butter solids. So we got the measuring cup in. I'm just going to mix this for 5 seconds on speed 4. Okay. So it's saying the liquids and the solids should separate again. use the simmering basket to strain, just so we just have the butter remaining. Show it to you again. So we got some more water here. So I'm going to put my simmering basket inside and I'm going to strain. So that's the first wash done. Just let it drain out, try to get as much as we can out. So that's the first wash. Now, the recipe doesn't ask you to do a second wash. I don't think so, no. So I'm just gonna hit the back button because I would like to do another one. Because as I was saying, the more washing we do, the less kind of sour milk smell you're going to get, and then the longer your butter will last you. Typically it lasts about a week to about maybe 10-12 days if you leave it on your countertop. So let me just do this again. Oh, did I add water? No. Let's add some water. So what I can do here is I'm going to go to my scales. So I'm just going to hit the little house button that's at the top, and it bookmarks where I was. So I'm going to go over, get my scales. I'll probably do a little bit less water this time. So probably about 300. Just because we probably don't need as much. Maybe 250. It's more of an art than it is a science when it comes to this. Now, I can go back to my recipe. There's a little bookmark, and it takes me back to where I was in the recipe. So I'm at 5 seconds, speed 4. Okay. Get my next glass. And actually, I put them in clear glasses so you can just kind of see the difference. And you just keep on washing it until you kind of get more of a translucent. Because if you see here, this is the first wash. It's quite milky looking still. So I'll show you what it looks like with the second wash. Put my basket in. A little bit more translucent, but you know what? I think we can do another one. Okay. Again, just so you can see the solids. Here's your milk solid. Go back. So if you look at the difference here, this is wash number 1. This is wash number 2. I don't know if the camera has picked up on kind of how it looks, how the difference is, but let's just do one more. Let me go to my scales again so I can see how much water I'm putting in. Go to my scales. This is another great feature with Thermomix, is that you really can measure as you're cooking and not have to get kitchen scales out or anything like that. Go back, hit my little book, takes me back to where I was on my recipe, speed 4. Okay. Strain it again. Oops. That's pretty good. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but it is pretty translucent. If you look at the difference, wash number 1 versus wash number 3, that kind of looks like a glass of milk. This looks like some cloudy water. So that's the difference. So the next thing you do is you get the butter out. All right. So because we make butter all the time and we like to keep it out, I actually bought my own kind of butter bell. So I'm going to be putting the butter in here. I'm going to scoop it out. Just so you can see, there's my butter. Now, the really cool thing also is that they're actually now doing videos on what to do. So here it's telling me to roll it into like a sausage with some cling wrap. And so you can just kind of store it so it makes either like a log type of. So there it shows you the video. There it shows you the video of what it's doing. So there are some like instructional videos like this that kind of show you what the step means. So that's pretty cool. That's a new feature that they've just added in the last few months actually. So thought I'd show you that. Okay, next and just use the butter as needed. So, because I want to show you, so this, to me, this is perfect how it is and you wouldn't need to do anything else. It is, so you could put it into that sausage formation. I'm putting it into my butter dish here. So there we go. There's my butter. So that's great. And I store it as such. So here's the butter. Now, let me show you. I will add a little bit of, I'm going to do the oil one. To see a little bit more liquid. Let me just pour it out quickly. Okay. So use as needed. Finish. Now, if I go back to that recipe, if you remember I was saying to you, pull up my butter recipe. So this is my bookmarks, so because I make it all the time. So down here, whoops. Oh yeah, that was something else. Because I touched the step, it actually jumped to that step. So here's the variations, and it's telling me for a spreadable butter, add 50 grams of oil adjusted to taste and whip it for 15 seconds, speed 4, through the finished butter before refrigerating. So let's do 15 seconds on speed 4. So I'll just go home. So this is kind of like manual mode. I probably won't put 50 grams just because I've got less volume. So I'll probably just half that. Maybe even just 20 by looking at what's in here. So hit tear. I'm going to put in about 20 grams. What I'm just using here is some grapeseed oil. It's quite popular with a lot of people. Grapeseed oil doesn't have overpowering flavor or anything. It just kind of whips it up. So it was 15 seconds and on speed 4. So I'm going to put it into this dish. I just touched another button just so it kind of unlocks. Wow. So this is what you get in the restaurants. It's whipped butter. Look how nice that looks. Nice whipped butter there. So I will put that in my container. And there you go. So that is butter in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm TM6 Canada. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to do a few special interest type of sessions like this. And I'm also on Facebook, TM6 Canada. I'm on Instagram as TM6 Canada. And my email address is tmixcanada@gmail.com. So please reach out, let me know if you have any questions or if you have any special requests and other things that you'd like to see me try to whip up in the kitchen. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.